Hello and welcome. My name is Danielle, and this is the first ever episode of Family Money. Since discovering YNAB in about 2019, I have really enjoyed both just budgeting and being into personal finance in YNAB, but B, I've also enjoyed watching YNAB and investing and budgeting content made on YouTube. Mostly because I just like to see other people's situations. We're all in different situations with money, how they do it. And I thought that if we got another stimulus check, I would take it as sort of the push I needed to start doing this kind of thing myself. So here we are. As of this morning, I saw the $4,200 up at the top here to be budgeted in my checking account. So that's $1,400 for me, my husband, and our 3-year-old daughter. So there is a big portion of this money that is sort of already spoken for, and that is going to go into our IRA category. I just kind of want to talk about what we've been doing with the IRAs and our strategy. So for the past several years, we have been budgeting, as you can see, $750 a month towards our IRAs. And we, as you can see here, $3,000 went out this month because we don't have an auto deposit on. So it's just been building up, and then occasionally I dump it in. Going forward, actually for April, I have set up an auto deposit. So that won't happen anymore. We're not going to build up these big numbers. But this 750, if you do the math, over the course of a year, that's $9,000 in IRA contributions. Now, since both me and my husband could have an IRA, we could be contributing $12,000 a year. And that is actually going to be our goal going forward. So as I'm sure many of you know, with IRAs, your maximum is $6,000 per IRA in each tax year. But you actually have until April 15th to put in contributions for the tax year. So this $3,000 is actually in the 2020 tax year. And in April, with our new auto contributions, we're going to start funding the 2021 tax year. So for 2020, right now we're at our initial $9,000 target. But I kind of thought I couldn't really live with myself if I let, these past 12 months go by with all the stimulus money we've gotten. And thankfully, we have not been affected income-wise in relation to COVID. So that money is really extra money. And I just couldn't live with myself if I let all this extra money come in and we didn't end up maxing out that 2020 IRA. So we're going to come in here and we're going to bite the bullet. It is not perhaps a very exciting way to spend $3,000, but that is what we're going to do. That $3,000 today is going to turn into a lot of money when we retire. So I feel good at that. With that, we're maxing out two IRAs again. We actually did max out both of our IRAs in previous years before we had kids, but then we had a kid and we couldn't quite make it work. But actually, we have made a commitment. If I flip forward here into April, you can see that I've set a new goal for $1,000 a month beginning in April. So we are planning on maxing out both IRAs going forward. But it's really great that the stimulus money let us max out 2022. Okay, so we have $1,200 left to play with. And there's one place I definitely want some of this money to go. So if we scroll up here, you can see I have this category called Oh God School with an exclamation point. And so this is for our daughter. And right now she is in the wonderful care of a stay-at-home mom as our child care, and we haven't done any official preschool. But we've decided that we do want to do 1 year of preschool before she starts kindergarten. So that's going to be this upcoming school year. And we've actually just finished the application for that school, and we have a goal that we would like the admission price, this $3,150, to be funded by July 31st. This is a bit of a stretch goal in that we don't actually have to pay the whole fee up front. We could be on a monthly payment plan, but A, we get a small discount if we pay it all up front, and B, I kind of would just like to save for it and get it out of the way. Ideally, after this preschool, she will be going to public school, so we won't be paying such huge amounts for school every year, but we do need to make this happen. So I'm going to start. You can see we already put 350 towards it this month, but I'm going to start. Let's start with another $500. And so now we're at 1750. That's 54% of the way funded. We started this goal in January. So $1,700 for 3 months is pretty darn good. So now we have $700 left. And there's a few things I want to think about. So this one of them might be this pet category. You can see where our new goal for this category is $1,100. This category took a lot of hits in 2020. It was luckily all the pets are fine. No one had a serious problem, but there were just I spent a lot of time in the parking lot because of COVID of the vet's office waiting and a lot of money. So this could use some building back up. I also want to look at some of these savings categories. Vacation. Do you remember vacations? You can see we only have $100 and we just put that $100 in March. We decided to start just putting a token amount of money in vacation. As perhaps there might be light at the end of the tunnel and there might be a vacation sometime. So it might be nice to dump a little bit in there. Car maintenance, you can see we usually sits at $1,500. We actually have bumped some of our savings goals, our sinking fund goals, 10% just this month. So the new goal is $1,650, but we spent this month. It was just not big things, just a bunch of random maintenance, which is not fun money to spend, but it feels nice, obviously, that we had the sinking fund. And the same thing with the emergency fund. I just bumped this up of $500, so a 10% increase. So we could start putting money in there. But there is something in the wish list. This mattress. So I think I definitely want to put some money in here. We are sleeping on the mattress that my parents bought me when I was a young teenager. I'm 32. So it might be time. It's really held up remarkably well, but it's starting to sag. We're starting to feel, maybe we're just getting older, but we're starting to feel a bit crankier when we wake up. So I think the mattress, it's past time that it becomes a priority. So how much do I want to? I think I'm going to put at least $250 in there for now. I have only very cursorily looked at mattresses. I imagine one is going to cost us at least $1,000. I don't want to buy a mattress that isn't going to last. Maybe I shouldn't have it last as long as this previous one. But I do want to spend a reasonable amount of money on a mattress. So we have $450 left. What are we going to do? Well, I think I'd like to put a little money in here. Even if, a vacation is a ways away, it's a sign of hope that one day vacations can exist again. I'm going to go maybe an extra $100 into here. And then, let's see, $350 left. Could I... $350 left. What happens if I put all $350 in here in this pet category? Oh, then I am $38.77 over my goal. I think it would feel nice to really meet a goal and get another little check mark right here. So that is what I'm going to do, but I'm going to take this $38.77 out because I just want to leave it right at this $1,100 goal. So the original goal was $1,000, which we didn't have the money because of all the spending in the pet category. But we raised that goal to $1,100, which was a 10% increase this month. And it's nice to sort of check one of those new goals off the list. So beautiful green check mark. We now have our pet category fully funded. Okay, and just some spare change. Where should we chuck some spare change? I think I'm actually gonna stick it in this flowers category. I have a large order of flowers, which I haven't paid for yet. It'll charge when they ship. And I have enough to cover that, but I think there's gonna be extras. I'm gonna need more dirt, all this kind of thing. I have a big landscaping project, so I think that money will definitely get used. So we'll just stick it in there. So yeah, $4,200 went by kind of fast, especially when 3 grand just disappears into um, retirement me's pocket. But it's a good feeling. So that's it for my very first budget with me. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.